Hey everyone, welcome to the show. This week we're going to be talking about those little things that you can do to make your trip a little bit extra special. Live from the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida, you're watching The Trip. The Trip is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect vacation, whether it be theme parks on the West Coast, East Coast, or on the seas. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hey everyone, welcome to The Trip, a little show about something we all love called vacation. I'm Jenny Lynn.
And I'm Teresa, and back in the production area of the studio, we have, we got Dustin West and Rhino. Look at him over there.
So I just feel like a different person right now.
A week goes by and it just changes you, man.
We got our homies up there in the hood in the back.
It's scaring me. It's like after school at the daycare. I don't know. It's freaking me out. Okay.
All right. Well, so for this week, everyone always asks us, what are the things that they can do on their trip to make it a little extra special? A lot of times people go on trips to celebrate special occasions, and they want to make that particular trip really memorable. Where today we're going to be talking about those things.
But I have an issue first. And my issue, oh God, I'm just like weeping over this issue. No, my issue is I'm trying to plan a trip. And my growing family, and not growing in number, but growing as they're growing older, are reluctant to go on trips with me now. And yes. I don't know if it's because they don't like me or if it's just because they got their own lives going on.
I share this issue, actually.
Do you? Your kids are young.
Yeah.
But they're still...
Well, no, I mean, I have one teenager and the other one's approaching teenager years. And, it's kind of the same thing. They have their own lives and they want to do their own thing, and sometimes... So you going to force them? Absolutely.
Okay, well, yours are still at home. I've got a 24-year-old. I know he's got in his own world, but he still needs to go visit Grandma and Grandpa. And he wants to, but it's hard to coordinate. So I don't know. That's my issue this week, just trying to figure it out, get everybody on the same schedule, and get out the door and make this road trip.
You're really going to make him go?
Well, I can't make him. I can't force him.
He's a grown adult.
I know he is. I can, good Lord.
Excuse me. No more Dr. Pepper for me.
I just want to... I want to be nostalgic. I want to take one more road trip where I'm forcing the kids to sing Carpenter songs in the back seat.
Oh, okay. I agree with this. Everyone should be forced to sing Carpenter songs.
Road songs. It's all about that. And I just,
Remember the way you told me you love me, baby.
Oh, he's going to make me cry.
You said you'd be coming back again this way now. Okay, that's enough of that.
Okay.
I love how we have a soundtrack for this episode.
Can I substitute Rhino for Max? That might work.
It might work better.
I'll get a substitute. Grandma and Grandpa might not even know they hadn't seen him in so long. It might look how he's changed.
Look at that. We've come to a solution already.
I have a backup plan. All right, so I'm good. I don't know. That's my issue. I just got to figure out a way to...
Hey, well, when you figure it out, let me know, because I'm going to come up on this soon enough.
Yeah, there's a master plan.
Right now, I am still in the you will go and you will have fun. Yeah. That's my tactic at the moment. But
it's hard when they're legal adults, but we'll work on it. I'll keep you all updated.
All right. Well,
what's happening in my world, huh?
Well, it sounds like maybe you need to put a few special touches on your trip and entice the kids to come.
I do. Pay them.
Yeah, anyways, as we said, people ask us all the time what are things that we could do. So we thought that we would talk about a few of those things. And the first one that we came up with was, I think this one works primarily for a birthday occasion, especially if it's a birthday for a child. When you're on your trip, decorate your hotel room. And there's different ways that you can do that. So like while they're sleeping, blow up balloons and then
scary about the room in the dark. And
well, a lot of times kids, at least mine anyways, they could like sleep through a tornado blowing through the house, a sharknado.
So you decorate it while they're sleeping?
I could. My kids don't wake up for anything. So like I could blow up balloons and then put the balloons all over the floor. So when they wake up, the floor is just all covered in balloons.
For the birthday reveal.
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
Yeah. And,
Wow.
housekeeping won't like this too much, but you could also how you get those soaps that you write on your car window for, where you could write on the mirror of the bathroom, happy birthday or whatever it is, make a real...
So full on vandalism of the room. Wow.
Absolutely. A whole big deal.
Interesting.
Housekeeping will hate you.
But you know what? That doesn't have to be just for birthdays. I mean, if you're here during the holidays, decorate for Christmas. You can have little Christmas trees delivered.
One of my favorite things to do down here is Halloween. I like to rent a cabin for the day before Halloween and Halloween, and they do a parade where everybody decorates their go-karts or their cabin stuff or anything like that. It's the coolest time of year to see people really engaging in their stay and making it a little extra special.
Making it special, putting their stamp on it. I think
does.
It's awesome. I don't know. I like to decorate, so I think that would be a good way to make it special.
People excel with this when they go on their cruises.
They do.
Yeah, they get specific magnets and they put all of those magnets, happy birthday, whoever anniversary.
Whoever you are, happy birthday.
And
all
when
over
you're
their
on a
doors.
cruise, you see those same magnets over and over again, and eventually it's like, I want to meet little Timmy
I know.
for his birthday. I want to say happy birthday to him.
And why does he always get to cruise on his birthday?
I know. Do Timmy's parents want to adopt me?
I know, it's bizarre. But no, I do love the whole decorating, whether it be for a birthday, an anniversary, surprise your spouse or significant other for whatever. Maybe
Your bae.
Yeah, your
Oh, you
Shut
did
the
not.
F up. You're like, why did I say that out loud? I hate that. That is the word I hate worse than absolutely anything else.
I'm with
Bae.
you on that one. I will say OMG and all of those
I don't
other
even-
things. I will not say bae.
Your bae.
My
Bae.
Love you, bae.
Love you, bae. Oh, he's a bae.
This is going to a bad place
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Good Lord.
You know
okay.
what? Something else is as far as decorating the rooms. I've seen this done, and I think it's a great idea. People who decorate the windows of their hotel rooms, they'll put banners up in them or streamers.
For the world to see what's happening in the room? Like it's somebody's birthday kind of a banner? Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, they'll put
Wow.
banners or signs or little window stickers on the hotel room window.
Oh, clings? Yeah.
Yeah, to help make it more festive, I guess, give it that little something extra. And it's also good because it helps you find your room. Have you ever had that? I have that struggle.
I've not had that problem.
Well,
If you're in one
I
of-
always lose where I never know where I'm at.
It helps you if you're in a moderate or a value. If you're if you're at a deluxe resort, it'll help you climb into your window, I guess, from the
Yeah,
outside.
really. There's our room up there. I can read it. Let me get my binoculars out and read what Mommy put. Yeah, that okay, I could do that.
So yeah, decorating the room. That's, especially for a kid, that's going to be something
Yeah.
that they would always remember, those little things, waking up and balloons all over the floor.
I remember it wasn't our first trip down. It was one of our trips down. Stella was a little bit older, but she wasn't old enough to ride on the rides. And Uncle Pete had taken us to Universal and Disney, and we'd go on the rides with Max and Grace. And every time we came out, Stella would be standing there with more stuffed animals that Uncle Pete bought her. In our hotel room, we were staying at, I think we were staying at Hard Rock. And that entire room before we left was like a store of stuffed animals. Anything she'd just look at, you want that, Stella? And you'd get, and so our room was decorated with
Stuffed animals all
everywhere.
over the place.
Yeah, it was just unbelievable. But it does make it festive to,
Right, exactly.
have your tchotchkes out. Okay.
Now, the next one that we wanted to address, have you ever seen these? There'll be posts sometimes on the Disboards and whatnot about somebody, they're taking a trip, usually to Disney, because someone they love has passed away, and it was a trip that they were supposed to take with that person, and they've decided to just power through and go on that trip, or
Their first trip without them, without
or
the loved one.
it's their first trip without their loved one. What do they do to kind of commemorate that? You've seen these posts, right?
And to make it special and to
Honor the memory of the
Right.
person. Yeah. So one of the things that I always kind of thought would be moving would be to get one of the balloons that you can get in the theme park and go to a location that meant something special to the person that you're honoring. If they had some significant spot in there, maybe where a good memory happened or whatnot. And, take a moment to share with whoever you're with memories of the person. Are you going to start crying?
Make me
It's
cry.
going to be all
Okay,
right.
Stop. Just stop.
But then, after all of the, talking about your memories with the person, everyone's ready to let go. Just release the balloon and, let it fly away.
Yeah. We had, one time we found a balloon tangled in the tree in our yard. And this is not funny, but it made me think about it. And it was attached. Sorry, I'm barking over here. Attached to it was a note. And you could tell the balloon had been weathering and out in the weather for a while. And the note was from the children to Daddy, who had passed on. Oh my gosh. We returned it to the family because we knew the family. It wasn't. Anyway, okay,
That's really, really sad. I wasn't expecting anyone to find the balloon again. It was just going to fly off in his face.
Okay, keep talking.
Oh, dear. All right. Wow. So
Sorry.
it's okay. We're gonna turn this
Power
back over
through
to
this,
the
okay.
to the happy place.
All right,
now.
what's the next thing? Make matching T-shirts and wear matching buttons. I see
You see
this all
people,
the time.
yeah,
lighter
people
note.
do this all the time, but it's actually
out.
a really, really good idea. I think. You know what I see a lot of this of? It's much more commonplace now for people celebrating weddings. And they come to the parks, and they're either getting married here or getting married at one of the resorts, and they do their whole, pre-wedding celebrations in the parks. You'll see all the bridesmaids and the bride, they all have matching T-shirts with some kind of information designating the date, who they are, whether a bridesmaid, maid of honor, the bride, or whatever it is, and
Right.
and find a lot of times they find some kind of like catchy name to signify the event going on.
What kind of catchy name?
A hashtag.
They come up with their own hashtags.
My favorites are like Big Phil's Disney Vacation, and then it's like the woman is wearing the T-shirt that says Big Phil's wife, and then Big Phil's son, and then he's got one that says Big Phil. You seen this? And he's a big
Yes,
guy.
yeah,
He's grumpy about being there, but he loves his family.
I love it. Well, okay, so it's corny and cheesy, absolutely. And you see those people in the park and you always go, oh, my goodness. And you just think it's embarrassing. But the truth is, they're having the time of their lives.
It's easier to spot your family when everybody's wearing a matching shirt too. And plus I like when my family came down for my graduation last year, I was like, because of the magic bands, and my nephew's really into Power Rangers, I was like, each one of us is going to be a different color. And I got Old Navy T-shirts for like $5, and I put the white diamond on the chest, and we were all Power Rangers.
I need pictures of that. That's just so cute. Isn't he just the cutest?
Yes, he is.
It's just, I don't know. I have no words. Okay, people come in the Welcome Center all the time with matching shirts. They're getting ready to go on their cruise. And first it spots them for me. Oh, they're coming in here because they're wearing matching shirts.
Yeah, you know that they're coming.
They're not going to the tattoo
they're
place.
not going to get a tattoo or to go get, they're coming to the Welcome Center. And I think it's sweet. And usually they all come in happily. After they've been in 10 minutes, Grandma or Grandpa drag themselves out of the van wearing their matching shirt reluctantly. But once they, they're having a good time.
That's right, they are.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to wear a shirt, they have buttons. I mean, some people make their own buttons, but then even like Disney supplies buttons.
They do.
If you go to guest relations, you can go there, and they have buttons for almost every occasion, for just getting engaged, for family reunions, for
And you
birthdays.
can put your own occasion on there.
They do have a generic one that says we're celebrating, and then it's a fill in the blank, and you write what you're celebrating.
I didn't go to school today. Grace has one that says that. I
I'm
skipped
celebrating
school.
that I played hooky.
There are
Hooray.
also like a million different websites you can go to. The biggest one that I can think of that we've used before is cafepress.com.
Oh, yeah.
And, go and customize those kind of things, customize T-shirts, customize buttons. And
And that place is still
stickers and
downtown Disney too, right? The T-shirt
That's
place?
right.
It
Is
is.
still there?
There
Yeah.
is a place at downtown Disney.
Yeah.
So if you get there and you didn't get your matching T-shirts and then last minute decide you want to, that is available to you
Yeah.
in downtown Disney.
Cool way to go.
The next thing we had for making your trip a little extra special was to make a reservation at some kind of signature dining restaurant, because
I think this would be more for people with maybe not small children.
that's more of like an anniversary type thing. So I think like I celebrated my 10th anniversary at the California Grill
Yeah.
and the Contemporary Resort, and it was beautiful. You up at the top, it's all windows. You can watch the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom from there. The food is really good. So, that's a place. Do you have any specific signature dining places that you like?
I do. I'm a hoop-de-doo girl.
I was just going to say that, Teresa. We should go together. Oh my god! Because I was just you were paused for a second, so I was just going to go hoop-de-doo review.
Yeah.
I love that.
It would have worked. You should have just gone with
it's a
it.
little on the corny side, but
I love it. The singing and the family. My 5-year-old nephew, or they were 4 and 3 at the time. They both loved it. My brother, who's a year older than me, he loved it.
I think that's a great one for family reunions. Like if you're which I've done that as well. Party of like 30 people.
It's fun. It brings the family together, or it's going to put whoever doesn't like it away from the others, and you can ridicule and make fun of them.
Fun.
That's my favorite part.
Fun with friends.
Yeah, it is fun with friends.
So we've got like California Grill, Hoop-de-Doo Review. I think over at Dustin, have you been to Emerald's?
I have been to Emerald's over at City Walk.
Yeah. Do you recommend that?
Yeah, it's baller.
You took me there. Yeah, what you and Pete did. Yeah, it was really, really good.
They have. Well, first of all, Emerald is a world-renowned chef, and this is his menu. It's inspired by him. Obviously, he's not back in the kitchen making this stuff, but he has really great seafood there, really great steaks, and I think they have a well-balanced menu that anybody could find something. And of course, great Italian as well, and Louisiana-inspired kind of stuff. So I always recommend Emerald's. If you're in City Walk at Universal, that's the number one place that I would recommend as the top tier restaurant there.
Yeah, fantastic. Also, the biggie, the really obvious one over at Disney is Victoria and Albert's.
Have you done that?
I have not. That's one of the few places on Disney property I have not gotten to eat yet.
It's a little too frou-frou-y.
I don't know what that is.
Victoria and Albert's is over in the Grand Floridian. It is Disney World's most upscale restaurant on all of Disney World property, and it's the only place where a jacket or suit is required for men. Ladies, I believe there are certain dress codes.
They have to wear either really nice slacks or a dress.
Right. So it is the most upscale in terms of atmosphere, but also the food is continuously reviewed and ranked up there. In fact, they've gotten Diamond Awards and different I forget what all the different culinary awards are. Yeah, they have gotten the James Beard Award.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be prepared to dish out a pretty penny for that. But it's supposed to be really memorable, something you won't forget. Probably because of how bad it
flies out of your wallet.
Because of how it pinches your
I remember how much money we spent at that place.
Right. Well, and the theme parks are not the only places that you can be at in Orlando to have a really memorable evening out.
Chuck E. Cheese's for birthdays, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I see. I made that suggestion. You didn't write it down. No, that's fine.
My 16th birthday.
One place that's actually somewhat new in the area, and we've referred to Restaurant Row a few times. Sand Lake, it's officially Sand Lake Road, but it's also referred to by locals as Restaurant Row. Eddie V's has just opened up, and that is a really, really expensive and pricey steakhouse, but it's supposed to be an amazing experience.
Above
very
or below
elegant.
Morton's?
I've never been to Morton's.
What about
I cannot compare.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse?
Chris.
I guess all of them would be great.
Probably around the same tier.
Probably around the
those
same
are
tier.
upper tier steakhouses.
But it's located on a lake, so it's got a really pretty view right next to Rocco's Tacos and Tequila Bar, which we've mentioned here before. So if you're looking for an upscale, nice steak dinner, Eddie V's might be the place that you want to go.
Another good steak is the Bull and Bear.
It's written in the script as bowl.
I
and
know.
bear.
Someone, you didn't know.
That's what you told me.
I said bowl, but it's like bull, not bowl.
I was
as in
like-
Taurus?
I was thinking there was a
As in-
bear in a
bull
bowl.
and bear.
As in, running
male
through
cow.
the red
Right,
tape?
right.
Okay.
We were talking on the phone about this last night.
I actually ate there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I like it. Is it?
Oh
So,
my gosh,
tell
it
us.
is so good. First
is
of all,
good.
Where is it?
It's in the Waldorf Astoria in Bonnet Creek.
Oh, okay.
Over near Epcot and that resort area, tucked away in the Bonnet Creek area, and the Waldorf just has an amazing atmosphere when you walk into
It
the
does.
lobby. And then that is, the Bull and Bear is just like this really simple but elegant, kind of dark wood, really solemn kind of
It's like old
wonderful
world
atmosphere.
to me,
Yeah.
kind of old club, old men's club kind of
food.
an atmosphere.
The food was great.
Yeah, the food's awesome. The steaks are good. The sides are good. It's a little pricey, but
I feel
think
like
it's
you're going for steak. It's going to be a little,
Right.
Yeah,
it's
otherwise,
not
it's
gonna
not
be a,
steak.
cube steak, or
Yeah.
mom's
Vienna
cube
sausages.
steak with dressing, or whatever.
Well, before we move on, did anybody else have any other like dining recommendations for this area?
Special. Make
Well,
it special.
for Eli's birthday a couple of years ago, we did the melting pot. I thought
that's fun.
cool 'cause
That's
it's,
fun.
fondue, and so it's
Yeah.
they do the dessert, but they also do just regular dinner or whatever. So I liked it. It is also a little pricey. I think it's great because you could go somewhere, do your dinner somewhere else right on that, because it's also in Restaurant Row, and then go there for like a really nice dessert and
Right.
a good drink or something like that.
I have a suggestion in terms of actually being in the theme parks. In my opinion, the top tier Disney restaurant within a theme park is Monsieur Paul in the France Pavilion. It's just above the Brown Derby at the Hollywood Studios, but Monsieur Paul
Is that the upstairs
it's
one?
the
The
upstairs
upstairs
restaurant in the
restaurant.
France Pavilion, and that is a signature restaurant. Plus, there is the capability of being able to see illuminations if you're there at the right time and in the right seat, and it just has a wonderful atmosphere. It's quiet, and it's again really good food if you like
I agree
French
with that.
cuisine.
I've actually eaten there once.
Upscale.
It's pretty fancy, except for since the people are in the theme park, they don't have like a dress code.
Exactly.
They're
Flip-flops.
expecting you to come in looking like you're in a theme park.
Yeah,
so
you could go
Taking
in there.
Ryan over to Hoop De Doo.
you get the
Yes.
He's
fancy
already got the
experience.
tablecloth on. He's ready. Yeah.
I haven't been. I haven't been since last year. I am like ready
It's been a
to
couple
all you
years
can
since
eat,
I've been.
all you can drink. Get my washboard on, because that was me with the spoon.
Unlimited juice. This party's going to be off the hook.
All right. Well, the last thing that we had as a recommendation for making your trip a little extra special would be to make reservations for spa treatments. So
For couples, or if you
For
can by
your own.
yourself, or you can by yourself.
even
That will make it
even as
special.
a mother-daughter thing,
Yeah.
I've done that with Margot. We've gotten massages together, or we've gone and gotten manicures together. These are all things you can do. Even at the parks, Disney has their own line of spa treatments that they do in their deluxe resorts. Dustin, you look like you are just like itching to say something over there.
I don't know. I was just, I would treat myself to a spa, by myself as well. But I think, doing a couples or a parent, like a mother-daughter, that's great too. I have nothing else to add to that.
Oh, okay.
I was just thinking of funny jokes. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Tell us later.
So, we also had another thing that we wanted to share with you guys, which we thought was really cool, something that you could add to your trip to make it a little something extra special. Teresa and I ventured out to Winter Park to a cupcake bakery shop called Jilly Cakes, and
I work there. Just so people know, that's what I do on the side. I'm a cupcake boy.
Rhino was our connection, and it ended up being a really good connection, and you're going to see why right now. We're here in Winter Park today at Jilly Cakes.
And we're going to go inside and see what Jillian, the owner, has in store for us.
We're here with Jillian Hopkey of Jilly Cakes, season 6 winner of the Cupcake Wars, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about her business and what she can do for you guys when you come here on your trips.
We've been in business for almost 6 years now, but we've only been in this location for 3 months, so we're still relatively new to this area, and I think a lot of people don't know that we do other services other than just baking cupcakes for retail sales. All in all, we make about 50 flavors total, like in our catalog. We have 12 of them every day. We always have 2 flavors that are gluten-free, and those change like every other day. We have either vanilla-based flavors or chocolate-based flavors, so like today we have chocolate peanut butter cup and and salted caramel. We really try to make it as interesting as the variety of regular cupcakes that we have for the gluten-free guests. We also can accommodate vegan, dairy-free, soy-free, egg-free. We always make a fried flavor. That's sort of a specialty that we do.
It's actually fried? The cupcakes fried?
As in like donuts?
Yes, exactly. So we take it and we give it sort of a little hot tub bath, and then that crisps up the top, and we'll either do like a cinnamon sugar or glaze or something like that, and it gives it a donut flavor and texture. We also, on the weekends, we do savory flavors, so people who don't necessarily want dessert. This past weekend we had tomato basil. We also make a macaroni and cheese.
Whoa,
You just said
bring that one on.
Anyone can pre-order any of those 50 flavors, so if they go through our website and they say, oh, we want spicy mango, and it's not something that we have, they can pre-order it for as soon as next day delivery or pickup.
Okay.
So here at Jilly Cakes, you're not just making cupcakes, you also make full-size
Right,
cakes.
we make full-size cakes in any size and any theme. So if you have a television show that you really love, if your husband has a sports team that he likes, if there's a character that kids like,
Okay.
theme park things. We do like a lot of Harry Potter inspired stuff. We do a lot of Disney themed types of cakes and cupcakes, so that it really can coordinate. A lot of people are coming to Orlando as a destination for their vacationing, so sometimes they want to coordinate their party goods with what they're doing as far as for their vacation, whatever the highlight of that trip
They're coming for a special occasion.
We can translate that into a special occasion cake or cupcakes for
And you
them.
can get the cake to them, or they have to come pick it up?
Yeah, we will deliver to all of the Disney resorts and all of the area resorts. As far as north as Longwood and as far south as Lakeland. So we cover a pretty broad distribution.
Deliver to
Things like
homes
that.
too, or just resort? Do you? Wow. So you have parties here too?
We do. It's a new thing that we've started doing. We've done a couple of them now, where the kid or adult, whoever's having the birthday party, can choose a theme, and then we'll tailor a cupcake decorating party for them based on that theme. Okay, so since we're talking about parties, I thought it would be good if you guys got a little bit involved and maybe went through the process of what our kid decorating party would be.
Awesome.
You think that would be fun?
I am.
So you guys talked about how a lot of people travel here for Disney vacations, and they're celebrating something, a birthday, an anniversary, what have you. So we're going to make little celebratory Mickey balloons. You guys each have a bag. I gave you blue and pink, and I've taken the neutral yellow over here just in case someone's having a baby shower. They don't know the gender. I don't know. So there's only a few steps to making this little Mickey balloon. First, you're going to pull off a piece about the size of a large gumball and roll that into a little ball. And then you're going to take your hands and angle it so you make sort of a cone shape on one end, just on one side of it. So you should have that traditional balloon looking shape where it's like wide on the top, kind of pointy at the bottom. So then you take that, you put it down. We're going to make the ears now. So two, probably about a small, I don't know, like an Altoid or breath mint size.
Falling behind already.
You're going to need two of those, two of the breath mint sized balls. You're going to attach them to the balloon that you made before in the place about 10 and 2, kind of like where you drive a car. That gives you that nice mouse ear shape that you're looking for.
Mine looks like Mortimer Mouse.
Well, it's still in the family. After you have the ears on, we just have to make the little part that makes it a balloon versus just being a little blob of mouse-shaped thing. So we're going to make the tied area of the balloon first, and you're going to roll up just a little tiny piece, and then you're going to press it between, so 2 fingers like this will make a little triangle shape.
Oh, yes.
And then attach it to the front side of the bottom of your balloon. And then now the only thing left to do is the string, because every balloon needs to have something to hold on to it. So you're going to do like a traditional, we're making a snake out of Play-Doh maneuver. So when we do parties here at the store, the kids or the birthday person or whoever the party's being thrown for gets their choice of decorations. So we've done some Harry Potter ones, we've done some cartoon characters and things like that. So whatever they want to do, they choose the theme, and then we tailor decorations that can be made by the age group. So all the way up from like a 4 or 5 year old to adults, depending on the theme. So it's
And the parties are right here?
Yeah, we do 2 different versions of our parties. We do a decorating only, which is $15 a person, and that accommodates up to 10 people, and we do that out here like we're doing this now.
Okay.
And then we do a full experience of all the way from mixing the batter and baking them in the oven and making the icing and all the full 9 yards,
Start to finish.
which is $35 a person, and that is up to 8 people because we have a
Smaller accommodations,
kitchen
yeah.
space.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but that would be an age group that's a little bit older. You can't really have 4-year-olds running around near the ovens.
Right. Yeah, really.
So after you make your little snake, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of stick it to the back of the little triangle that you made for the balloon, and then curl up the end a little bit because the cupcake's not very big on the top. Okay, so you guys have your cupcakes now. I'm gonna give you the proper cupcake icing technique. You're gonna hold the icing about 1.5 inches away from your cupcake.
Okay.
And then you're gonna squeeze until it touches down, and then keep squeezing as you kind of, you're not moving very much. So straight down, and then guide it around in the corner, and then drag it against itself there.
Oh, how's that?
There you
That's so
go.
pretty.
Yeah, that's actually, that looks much better than Ryan's first try. And then you guys can put sprinkles if you want to put any sprinkles
Oh,
on
I want
there.
sprinkles.
So we're going to take the little balloons that we made and then stick them right on top of the cupcake, and
Do you
then you
put
have
it
like a
on-
festive little balloon.
Do you put it on the cupcake butt or the other side?
You put it on the front side.
Mine's the old man in the balloon.
Oh, it is the old man in the balloon.
So where can we find you online?
We're on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Those are the 3 main ones. We're also on Foursquare as well. And on Instagram and Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, we are Jillycakes Bakes. We kept it the same for both, so it's easy to remember. And then we're just Jillycakes on Facebook, one word. We update the flavors there every day, what the flavor of the day is, what the flavor of the month is, and that's the place if you have any special requests. If you're like, I know I'm going to be in the area and I really want to have salted caramel today, you can send us a little message, tag something on Instagram and say, hey, are you going to have this today? And then we'll make sure that we have it available for you when you come in.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with us today to show us your adorable shop and help us out a little bit, improve our baking skills.
You guys did
Decorating
fine.
skills.
Decorating skills.
You did no baking.
That's probably for the best.
This one never lets me get away with anything.
That was so much fun, wasn't it?
It was. We had a great time.
I really wanted Rhino to wear a little cupcake hat, but he didn't have one.
I have
Party
an.
pooper?
I am actually wearing my. This is the colors of the store. That's why I wore the shirt, the pink and the turquoise. And I have an apron, but I left it at home because my dog got it out of my bag this morning.
Oh.
He smells the cupcakes, but I will say about that segment because you can't. Obviously, I was recording it. I didn't want to talk, but I have tried to decorate the cupcakes before, and that like Jill lets me do so much. But it's a skill that I do not have that apparently the two of you have already surpassed me on. So.
Well, some skills come with age, and I will say I've decorated cupcakes before, but it was fun doing it with y'all. I think it was fun. It was fun. The atmosphere is amazing, and I will be going back.
It is. It's a great thing that you can arrange, like we mentioned, have your parties there if you want to make cupcakes yourself, or if you do not want to try your own hand at making those cupcakes, Jill, the expert, can take care of that for you.
And deliver them
And deliver
to my
it-
house.
it's
That's
a-
what's freaking me out.
That's where I started, was for her, like, before we were a store, she was an online catering business, and I would be the delivery person. So I've delivered to, like, Disney resorts on several occasions, like a Jake and the Neverland's Pirate cake. And when I got there, it was like, there was a map of Neverland, and it was like, they had set up this whole thing. There were, like, gold coins everywhere. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, this kid's about to have, like, an amazing
A
experience.
blowout party. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So
cool.
I think it is a really neat thing that you can do. You know, just it goes along with that room decorating tip. I
Right.
thought.
And it bumps it up a notch. I like that.
It does.
You know,
Bam.
brings in a little more excitement to the party.
Continuing on with that theme, we wanted to talk about a few more things that you can add on to your vacation in order to give it that little extra something memorable. The first thing that we had that came to mind were the firework cruises that you can schedule at Disney. The main one is the pirate firework voyage. I forget what the official name is, but basically everyone meets at the Contemporary Resort. There's like a little brief party where you can have some snacks, some beverages, a few little desserty type things as you get ready to go. There's a few meet and greets with pirate characters, Disney pirate characters. Usually Hook and Smee are there. And then they take you all out to the marina and you get on this big boat. What?
Throw you over.
They make you walk the plank. No, you all get in a big boat and then you ride out into the middle of the Seven Seas Lagoon. The whole time that you're getting into place, there is a pirate who leads everyone in a great sing-along. Sometimes he has an accordion. And you do trivia. They pass out prizes. It's a really, really fun time. Then once you get into place, you watch Wishes, the fireworks show in the Magic Kingdom. They pump in the music that's, synchronized with the show. And it actually can be somewhat of a moving experience. Then after that's all over, they bring you back to the Contemporary. You
go about your merry way.
You do.
I'll be honest with you.
Fun.
This one is not for me. I love fireworks cruises, but for my particular taste, I don't necessarily like the guy talking with a pirate voice the whole time doing trivia.
Oh,
and stuff
he
like
speaks
that.
in like the accent.
He's very piratey.
Yeah, and obviously there are other fireworks cruises. I don't know if you want to mention the other type of fireworks cruise you can.
Yeah, if hanging out with a bunch of people you don't know and singing along with them is not for you, you can rent your own.
Right.
Yeah.
You can get a private platoon. Wait, am I saying that right?
Platoon?
I want to say platoon, but that's not correct.
Pontoon.
The platoon boat.
Man, I need to go back to that.
Going off and never coming back.
I love the smell of napalm.
Sweep the house after I leave, Teresa.
I'm gonna sweep this studio after you leave.
You were close, Rhino.
No, but I like the one I like. We took a fireworks cruise, I believe, and went over to Epcot.
Yeah, you can do that.
That was a nice one. I
You
like
can
that.
take them from the yacht club, and they'll take you under the bridge and for illuminations under the bridge that goes between France and the United Kingdom, and they'll watch the
That was a nice
fireworks
one. I
from
enjoyed
there.
that one.
That's a really cool experience.
The last
That
one
does
we were
sound
on
fun.
was the one my boat died, and I was like floundering out in the middle there.
Even still, that
Were you
works.
there? You were in a
I
different
was in a
boat.
different boat. My boat didn't go down.
My boat went down. Oh, it didn't go down, but I was
were
dead in
stranded.
the water.
She was dead in the water. But see, it still was very memorable.
It was very memorable. It was,
I remember it was like test one is dead in the water.
Yep.
Can we get
yep.
flashlights on this boat, please?
We were all like, is that Teresa's boat?
It was my boat. It was. I remember texting Pete. It was just. It's dead.
Well, the thing is that watching the fireworks from that viewpoint out in the middle of the lake, you're in your own little boat to some degree, is something that's very unique and very special. I know that we did it when my whole family was on a family reunion, so there was the 28 to 30 of us, however many there were, all in this big boat with a very boisterous pirate, and just had the best time. It's something that I
is a
will
little
not
bit
forget.
different, yeah.
I
It's
will
a
not
good
forget
memory.
it.
Good memory. What's the next one? Alice in Wonderland Tea Party.
Yes.
That's cool. Have you done that? I've not done that.
You know
Tea
what? I
party?
haven't done it because they won't let me. I'm too old. Otherwise, I would be there in a
Yeah, but
heartbeat.
can't you? Is it just for children? Can you go with your children?
There are
children
two
will
versions.
make and eat cupcakes.
There are
and
two
enjoy
versions
story.
of this. They do this at the Grand Floridian Resort, and there is the Alice in Wonderland Tea Party. It lasts about an hour. It's for kids. They have to be potty trained, and also between the ages of 4 and 10. It's hosted by Alice, Mad Hatter's.
Toasted?
Hosted.
Oh, hosted.
Nobody gets toasted.
Toasted. Alice is toasted.
No, not toasted.
Lucky strike.
Hosted. Just drinking tea or juice, and I think they make cupcakes, if I'm not mistaken. Flower bouquets, play little games.
That's cool. That's
If I
fun.
had been a little kid, like this would have been
If you're here
like
for your birthday, wouldn't that be fun?
it would have been the best.
I would
Like,
go get
romper
Bibbidi Bobbidi
room to the
Boutique, which is
extreme.
also a fun thing to do. Mm-hmm. You know, take your little girl over there, slack her hair back, put some glitter in it, and,
Shellac.
and it stays up for days. And then head her over to the tea party. That would, that's fun.
That would be
It's
a great
memorable.
way to do it. Now, there is a version of this where adults can join in the afternoon tea, and that's also at the Grand Floridian. And that's something that I think is a really special thing that can be done for birthdays or mother-daughter events or mother-daughter, grandmother,
Right.
just spread it, out. It's we know Julie has done that actually with her daughter, and she had a really wonderful time
Yeah.
from what I understand.
Good times.
I have nothing to add to that one.
You don't?
Unfortunately.
It's very.
We'll take Dustin over to
Geared
the
toward the
pirate
little
place,
girls.
and we'll dress up like a pirate.
Yar.
Arr, and then send you out on your little dinghy boat.
Yarp.
But there's a lot. What other things? What things can you think of, Dustin? Anything?
Well, I was thinking along the lines of not only doing, the fireworks cruises and stuff like that, but for unique things to do on your vacation, taking boats out and about, just in general, on the Seven Seas Lagoon and on Crescent Lake by Epcot. That's something that not every family is going to be doing. That's probably not something that every family knows that they can do.
Right.
Whether you take the water mice, the little tiny speedboat type deals, or if you take a family pontoon boat, that could be a really nice, relaxing afternoon to have a little lunch or something out on the water. And I love going out onto the water, so it's something that I always like to do. If I have
not
my
your
family
average
around.
day in the parks.
Yeah.
It adds a little something to the.
Yeah.
Something I actually got the opportunity to do once is to take the Grand One out onto the Seven Seas Lagoon. That is the Disney's yacht that they have. And I think we were just out for an hour or two. And it was, again, with a large group of people. And when you do it that way, it's much, much more affordable because everyone's, pitching in. And again, went out, watched the fireworks, but it was a great time. That had a little kitchen and this little open area. We blasted the stereo. We were all kind of dancing around in that little room, and then they have the top floor that you can sit up at where they they drive and everything. But up on the top floor, it's just out in the open, and you get a great view of the fireworks.
There's a lot. There's always ways to make it special. If you're staying over at the campgrounds, or even if you're not, go horseback riding.
Right.
I've done that. I love that.
At the end of the day, all the things that we're mentioning are openly available for everybody to do, but not everybody takes advantage of that.
No.
One of the things that I thought about is take some sort of backstage tour that your family is interested in, whether it be at Animal Kingdom or Keys to the Kingdom at Magic Kingdom. Do some sort of special tour. That always made us feel like we were special beyond the regular people that were in the park.
Right. I've done that at Universal too. You can do that at Universal, and that's fun too.
Have you done it
Behind the
at
scenes.
Universal? That does sound great. The VIP experience.
Right. A little bit different. A little bit. It just adds a little something to it, especially if you've been multiple times and you're looking for something to change it up a bit and to keep the family interested.
Well, I like to do the to set a day where we do the we already talked about Hoop-Dee-Doo review, but I like the outdoor movies too. So I always look ahead of time of the month, everyone's the list, and we'll make a whole dinner and make some adult beverages and just go out and kind of just watch the outdoor movie. It's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
I'm glad you brought that up because actually for my birthday last year, that was one of the things that we did. I'd had last year's and not this past birthday, but the one before that, had this day. I spent it with my friends, and in the evening, we all went out to the Contemporary, and they showed the movie on the beach, and we sat there, we watched Monsters University. A friend of mine had brought a cake, pulled it out, and we all had cake on the beach under a
Little
full moon with
downtime.
my kids and just watching this movie. It was fantastic. I loved it. Another thing, while we were talking about the tours, there's the Wild Africa Trek at the Animal Kingdom. There's a few restrictions with that one, but what a great experience to be able to not just ride the truck in the safari to see the animals, but you actually get to walk over them and get somewhat close to them.
Walk over them.
Yeah, you walk on this rope bridge thing over the crocodiles.
I thought you were stepping over them while they're sleeping.
No. Well, they do harness you at one point, and you can kind of lean over the cliff of where the hippos are. And I did that, and the hippo was right there underneath me. I felt like I could just jump down and ride that puppy bareback. It was great, and
it's another one of those moments where you and your family feels like we're a little more special than the people that are
Right.
it's a bit
just
of an
riding the
exclusive
safari.
event.
We have
yeah.
special access.
We're special.
The Segway tours. They have the Segway tours in Fort Wilderness and
Epcot too, right? They still do
Yeah.
those at
I
Epcot?
don't know if they still do those.
not
I'd have
Epcot.
to confirm that. I'm not sure.
Definitely
Okay.
in Fort Wilderness, but I've done that as well, and that's pretty
A
fun.
lot of fun things.
Well, not just at Disney. There's also over at SeaWorld, and again, it's a little bit pricey, but from what I understand, worth the price. They have Discovery Cove. So that's something where you can pay and you spend the day. There's lots of things that you can do. It's a very personalized experience. Swimming
really
with
immersive in the
dolphins
water
feeding tropical birds. Apparently you get to play near otters. And then they have something called Sea Venture now, where you put on a diver's helmet and you go down and it's kind of like walking on the bottom of the ocean
with that one.
ocean floor. Yeah, that one would kind of scare me because then you're like touching things. You're touching stingrays and you're touching
you're under
water
the
life
water.
and you're touching fish. You're under the water with a helmet on, like a diver.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of like the things on the other side of a piece of
I want the big glass and I can look at them.
But
Interact
some people
with them
who
through
are
the glass.
more brave than we are.
Right. And people do it. I mean, they love it.
My daughter's best friend and her mother, we all took a trip to Disney when the girls turned 10 years old. It was like girls' trip. And we came and we stayed on Disney property, but there was one day where she took, Abby was her name, for her birthday, took her over to Discovery Cove to go do this, and they just spent the day by themselves. And they came back and just had the most wonderful
It's very
time.
personalized, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
There's
are
a lot of choices out
different
there to
things
make
you
it
can
special,
do.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And which brings us to our social challenge for the week.
We didn't have one last week. You want to tell them why we didn't?
Well, we didn't have one because this is not a live episode. And we knew we wouldn't be able to respond to your posts and tweets in real time. So we skipped it. But now we're back on track and we're going to be able to do it. So we are here with a social challenge for you. We wanted to hear what you all did or planning to do or are in the process of doing to make your trip a little bit extra special. So send us those pictures on Instagram, post to us on Facebook, and tweet to us on Twitter. We are at DizTheTrip on all of the above.
We covered all the tenses. Past, present, and future.
Yep. Let us know what you did, what you're doing, and what you are planning to do.
Wow. We want to know all about them.
We're nosy like that.
We are nosy like that.
Oh, and when you do it, don't forget our hashtag for the month. Trip Karma. With a K.
Trip Karma.
Yeah.
Trip Karma. Karma will get you. Mm-hmm. I love that. It's kind of, I don't know. Trip Karma.
So is that going to do it for this week?
It is. What are we going to be doing next week? It's compelling.
know.
You're going to have to tune in because we're
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. It's spring break week. Our next week, and I will not be wearing a bikini. I will not be drinking out of big kegs of whatever.
You're not going to Cabo San Lucas with MTV?
No. It would be nice, but
Myself,
break.
on the other hand, no.
So no, it's spring break. We're gonna have something fun, something springy, right?
Yes.
Right?
Springing, blooming, all of the above.
It'll be fun.
We'll be your spring break VJs.
Oh wow!
We're going to have to run with that idea.
Yeah, we will.
So
Okay,
you'll want to
awesome.
be back. And until then, trip out.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the show. This week we're talking about the little special things you can do to make your trip special. That was stupid. Hi everyone, welcome back.